Hi everyone, what's going on? Hello to everyone watching this podcast. Let me introduce myself. I am Jeffrey Van Guerrero. I am 22, English student to level 5, and now we will listen to the history of 100% real and true history. The story is about apparition or ghost. I hope you enjoy it. Without anything else, for a moment, see you at the end. Peace, skeptics. Yo, what's going on? I am the truck driver. This is my history. I will tell an anecdote that I like. I am truck driver, specifically a trailer driver. This history happened to me in a mining company when I had to go to unload my truck. I had to unload on December 25, a day in which easily 95% of personnel do not work. Only being there that day, the security personnel. I had to go up to unload precisely on December 25, 2023 at approximately 10 p.m. o'clock. They proceeded to give me access to the mining complex. After having had access, I proceeded to go to the unloading area once located the prior to all security protocols. I began unloading the material, and approximately 10 to 15 minutes later, I clearly felt the presence of a person who was passing behind me. At the moment, they turned to look quickly and focused my flashlight to be able to observe something or someone subtly. I did not see anyone, and my body began to tingle on my skin prickles. Ignoring what had happened, I continued as the unloading began. I felt as if someone was watching me, when clearly there was no one working in the area. I looked up, and on the back side of where is was standing, unloading of some conveyor belts, I saw a silhouette as if a person were standing there. Without downplaying it, it continued with my work. After what happened a little later, also on the backside of my loading and unloading unit, I saw a silhouette walking from the back to the front of my unit. I thought it was a colleague or something. I yelled, "What's up, my dear friend? You had to work today?" And proceeded to walk around the unit. I was surprised to find that there was no one there. No footprints, no footsteps, absolutely nothing. The moment I spoke a word, my skin crawled again and continued with the downward and normal. Minutes later, I saw him again in the downward office area when clearly no one was there. And well, I ignored him and continued with my task. His word, saying that the downward that night felt like it was going on forever. While normally the downward lasts approximately 16 minutes, I felt like I couldn't finish it. I felt desperate. Finally, when I finished unloading, I removed the equipment used. I took the unit's radio to request authorization to leave the area where I had unloaded the material. I was immediately authorized to leave and move from the unloading area to the warehouse area. where the offices are located. I had to stamp my delivery note and my invoice for a complete already, something that one does on their own. And that was it. I took my delivery note and my invoice to the warehouse office to stamp it and leave 2 copies, and I kept the original sheet. When I arrived at the warehouse office, where it shouldn't be noted, there is a small window about 15 per 15 centimeters, which always has the light on site, clarifying that there was no one in the office at the moment. Just as I was stamping my sheet, I heard footsteps inside the office, and the saw silhouette of a person approaching next to the window. I passed right in front of the window and proceeded to tell him in a louder, sharper, and more cutting voice, "There's your referral. What more do you want, man?" I proceeded to turn around, and just as I was going so, on my right side, there some oxygen cylinders. I saw the silhouette again, which had been following me through the interior of the office, and I proceeded to tell him again in a louder tone of voice, "I am leaving, bro." I proceeded to get into my unit again, just as the unit was lowering the scale where the unloaded product is weight. I looked in the rear view mirror, and again there was a silhouette leaning against the access door throat, which I had used excited. Signs he seemed to be looking deeply at me. I proceeded to yell at him again, "Okay, I'm leaving, you son of a bitch." I started the vehicle and approached the security area. I told the security guard, "Come on, let's go, because they hunt people there." I told him as soon as I started unloading, I saw the silhouette of a person wandering around and watching me. Without thinking twice, he said, "Yeah, yeah, they hunt people here really badly. It's told." That night, the security guards didn't perform the routine check required by protocol and proceeded to head down toward the highway. It's worth mentioning that is very dangerous descent with very steep and very deep ravines. I started and then realized that I was completely distracted from the road. I began to descend, but at an incredible speed of over 120 kilometers per hour, man. Then I read and realized it. I said, "You're not going to get away with this, dog. What you want is for me to die here." After that, I slowed down considerably less than 15% of the speed I had come from. I continued descent at the appropriate speed. Anything in in detail, it or Dan Ding wanted to play with me or am I, but fortunately it didn't succeed, and it couldn't because I never gave into fear. I got chills, but I tried to stay calm. I managed not to panic, and thanks to that, and God's blessings, I managed to complete the 1 hour descent to the federal highway of the many contacts. And that's the anecdote, my experience in this complex.
Happen? What's going on? What's up, Skatix? How deep do you see the history? It was interesting, wasn't it? I hope you enjoyed it. It was much as I did. That will be all for now. Thank you very much for watching. Cordial greetings. Peace, skeptics.
Thanks for watching.